Yeah.
Nick Hilkins, outside London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV, post-match reaction. West Ham 4, Forest 0, light work really. Rubbish team.
No, you're not wrong. Like I was saying in my thing, worst team to come here all season. I thought Everton were bad. These offered nothing and didn't threaten at all. I think one decent save that we had to make was Areola's towards the end of the game.
I'll be honest though, mate. I think like you look at it and you go, "Oh, we won 4-0." I don't think we were spectacular.
Yeah,
we didn't have to be. That is the poorest side I've seen come here this year, and we beat Everton a few weeks ago. They were poor.
To be fair, I mean, all jokes aside, it was. I
was serious.
It was a nervy start to the game. It was, it was one of them ones where it just looked like nothing was going to go in. I don't think we ever had to get out of second gear, which was worrying for them because we are fucking shocking at times. You know what I mean? But it was one of them ones where. Danny Ings had one flash across the front of the goal a few times. It didn't look like anything was going to drop for us. He had that sort of like he cut inside in the first minute, then it scuffed off his shin, rolled through the defender, and it's one of them ones where first half it was frustrating. But I've got to say this: from the start of the game, it was a more positive lineup, which is what we've been asking for him to do.
Yep.
I've been banging on the Danny Ings drum. And the Danny Ings drum has played a beautiful tune today.
Well, look, and he went to a back four, which I think was more positive. On the Ings thing, I was very frustrated with him in the first half. I thought he didn't do much in the first half, and I was starting to think, I'm not sure.
I disagree there because I think he was chasing everything down. He was really putting pressure on the goal.
He was chasing it down, but what did he? Can you pick a moment, a standout moment from Ings in the first half? A shot, a chance, something that he did. I'm not here to. I was going to contrast it, so people are going to go, he's slagging off Ings. I'm going to contrast it. I'm just saying, first half, he didn't do much.
To be fair, the first half was a lot of we had a lot of the ball, and we dominated without being spectacular. If you know what I mean, we didn't really have. Forest were a very, very, very poor side today. Very poor.
No, they are a poor side.
That first goal though that Ings scored, I have to say he showed his quality there. That pass to Bowen and the running.
The poacher's instinct, that is. Keep himself onside, expecting that flash across the goal. And that is the difference between
But he
playing.
started it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Dan. This is the difference between an Antonio, with all due respect to him, because he came on and got his goal today, an Antonio and a fully qualified, formidable Premier League goal scorer, which is what Danny Ings is. That is the difference.
He's got
instincts.
He's got instincts. He's got good
instincts.
touch. The thing is, Antonio's he's all bluster. Like he'll bully defenders. Ings, lovely touch, good vision, good awareness, good movement, and it showed today.
Do you know what I think made a difference in the second half? Right, I thought switching Johnson, who I thought had a good game, even at left back, switching him to the right because as good as he was on the left, because he's right-footed, I felt like he slowed things down a bit because he had to take that touch and get it onto his right foot, and he couldn't, when he was moving the ball. When he moved onto the right-hand side, you had Creswell on the left, both in their natural positions. I think it just flowed better, attacking-wise. So that did help, I think. Although I would have preferred Emerson, but Creswell, he done all right when he came on.
But it's one of them games like Forest were never going to come, and it's not like playing a Man City or.
You'd have thought they was, by the way some people were talking this week.
What does it? Scott says you only beat the team that's in front of you, whatever that means.
I was a little bit after Forest drew with City last week. I was like, it could be a tough game. But I actually looked at it. The stats.
4 away goals all season. That's shocking.
The stats and that. The Forest, they're not like you say, not fantastic away from home. So I'll be honest, I didn't see a 4-0 coming. I thought it'd be like a scrappy 1-0.
I disagree. Once we got that goal, this is the thing, right? We got the goal, yeah. You had to check for the offside, so you're all biting your nails, thinking, if this goes against us now, this is going to be the catalyst. It's got 1-0 Forest written all over it.
Yeah, momentum shifts.
If this doesn't go, nope. They checked it. It was a goal. It was a perfect striker's goal. Within another minute, he's got another one. From there, we started to look like last season's West Ham. We was pinging the ball about, we was confident, we was spreading the ball about, Bowen, I thought, was fantastic today. I thought he was formidable today.
Yeah.
I thought he
That's
looked
his
like
best
the
game
Bowen
this season.
of last season. I think Declan Rice, absolutely. I mean, Dan was on a preview with a geezer last week. He's saying he's worth 20 million quid. One of his boots is
Rice.
worth 20 million quid.
Rice, 20
He's
He
worth
run-
more than that
he
club,
run
mate.
he run their club ragged today. He run there. I mean, fucking, he could have fucking run around Steve Cooper as well. That's how fucking much energy. That's how much he run. I tell you, mate. There's some bollocks being spoken this week.
I was
What was your
really,
grade?
surprised. I was really surprised how poor Forest were.
Why?
Yeah.
They're shit. They've scored 4 goals all season.
Well, 4 away goals,
They've
yeah.
been above us in the table, but I thought they'd come and give us a better game than they did.
Yeah, no, to
be
be
fair,
fair, yeah, I thought they'd even do that. But do you know what I have to say, yeah, I was really surprised to see Paqueta in the team today this soon.
I thought
He gave us a scare, you know, in the first half. But I love watching him. I absolutely love watching him play. He is quality.
Some of that was artistry today, what I was seeing. The way he was
Honestly.
pivoting on the ball, he was taking players out, he was trying to find them passes. And I'm telling you now, get him in the side, get Danny Ings running in behind them players, and he'll start picking out the passes because he is starting to settle into the Premier League like he's been here for a long time now.
Him and Ben Rama linking up for the second goal.
He was shite today, Ben Ryan.
I think I don't know about that. I think that's he's got 2 assists at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and,
he has,
I
yeah.
think he's done more in the game than Ings overall. Ings who got man of the match, but like you said, he weren't vintage.
No.
But the quality, what I'm saying is, and this is where you have when you start to have these players who are quality on the ball, like Paqueta and Ben Rama, and if you get Fornals in there and a Skamaka, it's just a joy to watch because Ben Rama as well, the strength. People criticise him sometimes for his strength. His strength to hold up and keep the ball and then get the ball to Ings. Ings for the second goal sort of fell over and scored, where Ben Rama sort of blasted it at him. But the strength and the link-up play for the two of them was class to see. That's what I want to see more of.
No, but I enjoyed it today because it was, like I said, although we didn't have to be spectacular, what we did, though, we did well.
Yeah.
You know, we moved the ball about well, and it looked more positive
I'll be honest
than it has
with
been in weeks.
I thought it was going to be one of them days. Because when Bowen hit the... I mean, where I sat, I don't know what you saw from where you sat, that looked destined to go in the back of the net. It looked like it was already rolling in, and somehow, at the last second, it took this little divot and hit the post. And when it's rolled back across the line, I thought, this is just going to be one of them days.
It started to feel like the game we played at their ground at the start of the season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
little bit, yeah.
Which is what I was worried about because I remember that game. We battered them, missed the penalty,
Hit the
goal
post,
was
hit the
out,
crossbar.
Lost 1-0, and I'm thinking, is it going to be the same again? But I say today we moved the ball well. We looked sharp today.
I
We
agree
did look
with
sharp.
Dom. You know what he said. In fact, at the end of the day, we came into this. It's a huge game. We could have fucked it, but we kind of expected it. This was the game that we looked at as a bit more of a bankable one. What we do from here is key. Brighton, Villa, Man City.
Brighton away at the tough.
Yeah.
You know, we've not beat them since then.
It felt good today. It felt good, but let's be honest. To get yourself out of this, it's one of them situations where 2 or 3 wins on the spin will get you up the table. But we've been here before. We've at the end of the day, we've got 2 wins since October, and it's just not good enough. We have to be better. We were better today, but the hard work starts here. This is where the hard work starts.
Do you think Moyes will? I was going to say from it where he has gone more positive. Do you think hopefully will kick on and he'll start to realise maybe if I do pick goals?
What I don't want to see a situation is where he goes positive every time he's under pressure. Like don't go revert back to what we was doing wrong last week. As I said, it's the definition of insanity. He's been doing the same thing over and over again. It ain't worked. He's tried something different today. He's put a goal scorer in, the goal scorer that we bought, and it worked.
Yeah.
He's got 2 goals. The team started playing with a little bit of confidence. It started to... Declan Rice run rings around Nottingham Forest, put one in the top corner to boot. You know what I mean? A real captain's performance. What we can't do is next week go, right, that was a good win, got ourselves out of the relegation zone, let's go back to that 5 at the back and playing them 3 central defensive midfielders and leaving the... We can't do that. We've shown our strengths today, and I think it'd be the detriment of David Moyes if he goes back and tries to go back to what he's been doing, because it isn't working. And let's be honest, sorry Gray, let's be honest, you know, Brighton. You need to try something different. You can't go into Brighton without three at the back. It hasn't never worked in the Premier League. You need to go in there with a goal scorer, you know, attacking them, you know, trying to shock them really, because I think that's where we've come unstuck a little bit this season. Is we're so predictable.
We have attacking talent in this team. You can see it. So much attacking. Use
Graham
it.
say it.
Go on, Graham.
Like I'm saying, the thing is, look, your Man City's, your Arsenal's. You know he's going to go defensive, but games like today.
If he'd have gone defensive today,
we need to go. We need to go for it. Like,
if he'd have gone the same way today, I would have been writing his P45 before that game even kicked off.
Yeah.
If I'd have got that team sheet and it'd have been the 5 at the back and 3 in the middle, I'd have said, write him his P45 because he's got to get out of here now.
The way where we are at the minute, the position we're in, you're not going to. I know people were saying, you know, after we drew 1-1 with Chelsea and then Southampton went and beat them, we're not going to stay up nicking points off of teams like Chelsea and Man City and Liverpool. What we're going to do is your teams around you, your Forest, your Southamptons, your Villas. They're the teams we've got to beat.
Well, so Southampton are a little bit further away from us. I don't say they're around us.
You know what I'm saying? Like the teams around you, down that half of the table, you can do what we did today. You'll stay up.
Yeah.
They're your bread and butter games. They're the ones you've got to win.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, the teams around us are getting the odd win against the Arsenal.
Doing all right the Daesh now. You know, they picked up a couple of wins. No, but like last 4 games, they picked up a couple of wins. So
it's still tough, like I said.
We're under Lampard.
We're
so,
not.
You know, we've got to start picking up.
Yeah. There's no clear 3 worst teams than us. There's no one you can bank on.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to win these games, like against your Forest.
I think you should get yourself into a position where, you know, at the moment, don't look about what's going on about you. You know what I mean? Like last week, everyone was having a bit of a panic attack, including myself. Oh, they've all picked up points and we've picked up nothing yet again. Blah blah blah. You know, don't worry about what's going on around you. Win the games.
Yeah, but the thing is, Nick,
if you're relying on other teams to do your favour, you haven't done enough during the
yeah,
season.
well, but Graham, we haven't done enough during the season. But that's what I'm saying.
If we're sitting here saying towards the end of the season, oh, if they lose and we win, right? You can't rely on other teams. If you can't do it yourself,
yeah, but as a
you haven't done
fan,
enough during the season.
what I'm saying is to what Nicky's saying. That's why we're looking at other teams. That's why we're. He's missed. He missed, by the way. He missed. But no, that's why fans are looking at and going shit, because we have been crap all season, and we do have to look at and hope other teams drop points because it's so tight.
But that's why I don't like looking at other teams' results, because if you're going, oh, if Fulham draw or Bournemouth or whoever draw and we win, we'd be like. If you're relying on other teams to do you a favour, you haven't done enough during the season.
But that's the point. We know we haven't. And that's why I'm looking at Everton's lost. We're all happy Everton have lost. We've gone above them. They're in the relegation zone. That's great. But, I mean, obviously, look, we've got a cup game on Wednesday. What Moyes does for that is going to be very interesting, right?
Go for it.
Go
for it.
At the same time,
distraction.
Like Scott says, it's a free hit.
I think it's so interesting because they've got the cup final tomorrow. They've got, I think, Liverpool after that. Could be a really good opportunity. Yeah, I think they've got Liverpool next weekend. Oh, okay. Not same day. So this could be a really interesting opportunity for us to actually get a big win.
There's a couple of players as well teetering on the.
Get Skamaka in there.
Yeah, teetering on the fringes that want to come back in as well. Cornet's been training. Zuma's been training. Good opportunity to get them back. And
Lanzini came back. You know, looked decent. I think he can.
Give him a game.
I think he can mix up Zuma. You know, we didn't see. I thought he'd be back, but we could see Zuma back.
Bonner was class today, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my God! Later, that towards the end, you know, the game. I mean, Allaire. I thought he was great, but we can mix up the team enough and still put out a quality side that can beat Man United. You know what I mean?
Fucking Don Motson over there.
Yeah, I know. He said that was your coat.
It was my coat.
Nick Motson.
You bought it off me.
So, why have you got a John Motson coat, Nick?
Don Motson.
Why did you have that coat?
Yeah? I thought he looked good, but
Rest in peace, John Motson, legend. But yeah, so we can put out a strong team. What I'm saying against Man City, still make some changes, and you know whatever happens, happens.
Man United.
What did I say? Man City. Oh, that was the bigger Man.
Listen, there's a lot of work to do, but it is a step in the right direction. But yeah, if we can go next week and do the impossible and beat Brighton, after the FA Cup game, then I will be fully convinced. But until then, there's a lot of work to do.
I want to beat them more than fucking anything. I just need that.
Light work today. Rubbish team come here, got thrashed, swept under the carpet. But you know, there's got to be more performances like that. But thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match reaction. One thing left for us to say: come on, you irons.